So, acclaimed Russian filmmaker Andrey has finally returned to cinema after nearly 9 years with Minotaur, a dark, emotionally devastating drama that critics are already calling one of the most powerful films at this year's Cannes Film Festival. Known for internationally praised films like Leviathan and Loveless, Andrei has built his reputation on exposing emotional cruelty, corruption, and moral collapse within the modern Russian society. But with Minotaur, the director goes even further, using one broken marriage to reflect the deeper violence and paranoia spreading through Putin era Russia. The story follows Gleb, played by Dmitry, a wealthy transport company CEO, living with his wife Galina and their teenage son in cold modern house outside Moscow. On the surface, Gleb appears successful and stable. He provides financially for his family and projects the image of a strong father and husband. But emotionally, the family is already falling apart. His marriage to Galina, played by Iris, has become distant and lifeless. The two barely communicate, and small moments like silently lying in bed while Galeb scrolls endlessly through his phone reveals years of emotional damage beneath the surface. Soon, Gleb begins suspecting that Galina is having an affair with a young photographer named Anton. But unlike a traditional thriller, Minotaur uses this affair to explore much bigger themes about power, masculinity, fear, and violence inside Russian society. The film is set during 2022 as Russia's war and military draft create tension throughout the country. Gleb and other businessmen are pressured by local authorities to send employees into their military service, whether the workers agree or not. The fear of war hangs over every conversation, every street, and every relationship in the film. Even though President Putin barely appears directly, his influence dominates the story. Critics describe Minotaur as a powerful portrait of how authoritarian systems slowly infect ordinary family life, turning emotional control, intimidation, and betrayal into everyday behavior. As Gleb investigates Galina's affair, the situation slowly spirals into shocking and dangerous territory. Yet, despite the heavy themes, the movie also continues moments of dark humor, uncomfortable irony. Some scenes are so ordinary and mundane that they become strangely hilarious, even while building unbearable tension underneath. Visually, Minotaur is stunning but deeply cold. Cinematographer Mikhail fills the movie with empty street, grey apartment blocks, harsh lighting, and massive silent spaces that reflect the emotional emptiness of the characters. Even the family's car becomes symbolic, large enough to carry either everyday objects or something far more sinister. Critics are especially praising Dimitri performance as Gleb, portraying him not as a simple villain but as a deeply flawed man trapped inside a violent system he barely understands himself. Meanwhile, Iris delivers some of the movie's strongest emotional moments, especially when Kalina angrily questions her role in a society that only sees her as someone's wife, mother, or lover. After nearly dying during a severe illness in 2021 and then witnessing Russia's invasion of Ukraine from exile, Andrei returns with a film filled with rage, sadness, and brutal honesty. Minotaur is not just a story about infidelity, it's a haunting portrait of a society consumed by fear, power, and emotional decay. And according to early Khan's reaction, it's also a reminder that Andre remains one of the most fearless filmmakers working today. Thank you for watching. Bye.